Welcome back. Let's make a fraction calculator. So as you can see, I've already started out with an outline for the calculations I want to make, and I'm going to make a couple notes here. The first one is everything in blue is for show. What I mean by that is these operator signs don't do anything, they're just there to look pretty, so we know what's happening. And as well as these lines, they don't actually mean anything, they're just borders. So we're going to make a fraction calculator, and it's going to do the four basic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. I'm going to start out with multiplication first because it's the easiest for fractions. So let's put in some numbers here. Let's put in some easy ones. 1 over 1 times 3 over 4. So we know what the answer should be. That's 1 times 0.75. It should just be 0.75. So the way you multiply is by multiplying the top row over the bottom row. So that's pretty easy to do in Excel or OpenOffice or whatever you're using. You do equal this cell times this cell. Enter 3. 1 times 3 is 3, right? And then we can just copy that. So 3/4, that's what we're looking for. Let's try it with a different number. 3/8, okay, that works. That works as well. And then we'll go down to division, which is just the inverse of multiplication. So in order to calculate that, we just flip the second one. So let's copy all the numbers here. 1/5, just to have something to work with. And pretty much want to do a similar thing here, except we'll want to do the flipping in the answer. So we'll do equals that times that. Four fifteenths. 1/5 divided by 3/4 equals 4/15. That sounds right. Let's do a test. Let's make it 2 divided by 1. Here, I'll do easier numbers. That equals 2. That's what we want. Okay, so these other ones are a little bit trickier because we have to do a larger calculation than just multiplying. So first we'll start out with some numbers. We'll do 1 plus 1. And actually let's do something else. 1/3 plus 1/3. 1/3 plus 1/4. 2/4. So what we want to do is get them into the same terms first. So for the denominators, we do that cell times that cell. It's 12. Then what we want to do here is get both of the numerators to have the same terms. So we want them to be in twelfths. So this is going to actually be a two-part equation, and I'm going to start by entering the parentheses and then going back. So it's going to be numerator of the first number times the denominator of the second number, and then the opposite of that for the next one. And I'm going to check my math using the calculator quick. So we'll do 1 divided by 3 plus 0.5. That should equal 10 divided by 12. Yes, okay, we're good. Alright, for subtraction, we can do pretty much the same thing, except instead of adding these two products, we're going to subtract them. And we need numbers to work with. And because the second number here is larger than the first one, it comes out negative, which is exactly what we want. In fact, all of these work if you make them negative, just because of the way numbers work. You don't have to do anything special. Negative numbers work. And the last thing we want to do is check our work. Now, thankfully, I've already worked with this a little bit earlier, so I'm going to reveal my checking system here. And it's a little goofy at the moment. Alright, so I have to redo these. I'm not sure why, but it's simple, and then it'll show you how to do it. So I'm checking. The first thing I did was divide these two numbers here. If you look up here, it's b9 divided by b12, which is exactly what a fraction is. It's just the top number divided by the bottom number. Comes out to 0.2, that's right. Did the same for all these other ones. So then to actually get the result of our equation, do the same thing for the answer. So that's f9 divided by f10, 0.15. Should just be able to copy this. 2, that's exactly right. That's about it.